What it really do? DC gang, welcome back to the channel, my boys, my gangsters. As always, I'm hoping you guys are having a great day out there. For the new people on the channel, I don't usually sound like this. I'm actually just sick, so I apologize about that. And yeah, so because of that, I'm going to try and amp up my volume and speak a little slower so you guys can understand me better, right? So with that being said, I do have Medusa's deck right here for you guys, aka Snake Eyes, and I'm gonna break down the whole deck while we play every card. So if you guys enjoy the content, please make sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would greatly appreciate it. Also, big shout out to everybody that's been wishing me a speed recovery. I really appreciate that, fam. Thank you so much. So with that being said, give me 1 second. So we're starting off the deck list with 2 effect veilers. There's multiple reasons why we run the effect veiler. 1 is because it's a level 1 tuner. 2 is because it's a spellcaster that you can special summon with your Celine. And 3 is really good going second because you have a double monster negate. It's not once per turn. So on top of that, like I said, it's a level 1 tuner. So with this thing and your special summoned Black Witch, you can make your Borolo Savage Dragon. Then we're running 2 Duel and Lockbirds. If you want to bump it up to 3, just get rid of 1 effect veiler. I'm fine with it at 2. I know you probably want to play it at 3, then you play it at 3, bro. I'm fine with it at 2. Then I'm running 1 Jet Synchron. This thing has a lot of utility in the deck. I really like this in this deck, and you're gonna see why in the replays. But it's a level 1 tuner. You could also make Borolo Savage Dragon with this thing and this thing. But most of the time you're going to make your formula synchron, and then on your opponent's turn you're going to activate this thing's effect, and with this thing you're going to make Burrow on the floor. This thing is going to trigger its effect in its graveyard, special summon to fire monsters. You're going to see it. Then I'm running one Kurikara Divine Carnate. Some people don't play this, I do. So let me tell you a quick story about something that happened in one of the replays. I didn't save it, but basically my opponent ended up on a board that had Fenrir, 1 back row, and then he had this thing on my side of the field, right? So he had the Almirage in his field too. And basically what I did was I normal summoned my Ash, and then I used this thing. Well, I normal summoned my Ash, activated its effect, and I searched out the Kurikara. Why did I do that? Because he had a Fenrir on the field, that's all he had, plus the Almirage, right? So now, because I have the Kurikara in my hand, he didn't want to activate his Fenrir, so I just used this thing as link material and linked off with my Ash and started my combo that way. And then he just cooled because he knew that if he activated Fenrir, I was gonna Kurikara that thing and then taking over his Fenrir during his next turn. So yeah. Then we're running 3 Snake Eye Ash, because this thing is your 1-card combo. You normal summon this, you pop off. Most of the time you want to special summon it though, off of the effect of the spoils, so that way you could activate your Where Art Thou, search out your Jet Synchro, and normal summon it, right? But this thing is nuts. Most of the time you're going to search out your Polar, special summon, and do your combo that way. Then we're going to run 1 Oak. I was running this at 2. You could definitely just get away with it at 1 because it has a lot of recursion, and you're going to see in the replays. This thing is tough. This thing is tough. It's going to allow you to recycle 1 of your fire monsters from your graveyard, so it's nice. The same reason why we run the Birch at 1. Birch is the least great out of all of them, which is basically the Birch. It has a quick effect during your opponent's turn. You could trigger this thing in any one of your face-up cards and special summon a Snake Eye monster, but that doesn't come up frequent. Most of the time you're going to use this as fodder, put it in your spell and trap zone, and then get rid of it with one of your other Snake Eye cards, right? Also, it gets to special summon itself from the hand if you control fire monsters. Then we're running the Surprise, because we get a lot of leaks all the time, so we don't really get surprised by what comes out. But the fact that this was a surprise was really nice. So we're playing 2 Polars. You don't need more than 2. You can play it at 3 if you want, if you feel more comfortable with it at 3. But this thing recycles itself. It puts itself in the back row, and then you could bring it back with the Oak, or you could just search it out again with the Ash. You don't need more than 2. Maxi for Maxi reasons. Ash Blossom for Ash Blossom reasons. But also, in one of the replays I did this, you can make Burrow on the floor. Special summon your Witch, normal summon your Ash, Burrow on the floor. You're going to see it. And then we'll get to the main girl, your main shorty, the main star, Diablo Star, the Black Witch. I really like her. She's your 1-card combo. Most of the time, being able to do the wanted you know, search her out, activate her effect, draw a card. She's just nice, bro. So you're definitely gonna run it at 3 in this pure deck. We run 2 Snake Eyes, Flameberg, Dragon. You definitely need it at 2. You can get away with it at 1. I think 2 is best because sometimes you're gonna place it in your back row. So, you know, this thing is nuts. It's gonna basically allow you to quick effect, special summon one of your back row monsters onto the field or your opponent's back row monsters on the field, which is wild. So if you for some reason manage to play, say, Baron the Floor in their back row, you could activate this thing during their turn, special summon their Baron the Floor onto your side of the field, which is nuts. Then we're running 2 Where Art Thou, because we gotta figure out where the heck your Jet Synchron is if you don't open up with it or search it out, right? This is how you're gonna search it out with your Where Art Thou. And you don't really take any bad effects from this thing, because like I said, this deck can do a whole entire combo without ever needing to normal summon, which is crazy. Then we're playing 1 Sinful Spoils of Subversion, and you can play the deck without this, but I definitely 100% say play with it. Let's say you build the board, it got broken, and your opponent ended up with like a Chaos Angel or a big body Access Code Talker. Yeah, start your combo by activating the thing's effect and place them in the back row. Place them in the back row, bro. Just do that. And then slap your opponent, because most of the time all you need is the 1 card combo, right? Then we are running 1 Original Sinful Spoils. I only pulled 1, so this is why I'm playing only 1. You should definitely play it at 2. But I've been doing perfectly fine with it at 1, just so you know. Because a lot of the time you get to recycle it with this thing. Now, if you didn't start off your combo with that thing, you don't get to recycle it. But you can recycle it later. You don't always need it for follow-up, so, you know. Then we're running 1 Divine Temple of Snake Eye. This thing is some cracky sauciness. It's your field spell. And then the mirror match is crazy. You're going to see it in one of the replays. Then we're running 2 Call by the Graves for Call by the Grave reasons. 1 Cross-Out Designator. 1 Forbidden Droplet because it has pretty decent synergy with the deck, especially with your Wanted. Let's say you don't have to activate it or search out your Diablo Star for some reason. You could activate this thing, send it to the graveyard, and recycle your spells like that too. You could try it out, you'll see. If you want to bump it up to 2 again, get rid of 1 Veiler and add another copy of it. Then we're running 3 Wanted. This is a must at 3 because this is a 1 card combo. This thing is crazy, and you get to draw a card off of it, so it's really nice. Then I am playing 1 Dramatic Snake Eyes Chase. This thing is actually kind of good. You're gonna see it in one of the replays and how and why I use it, so you'll see it. Here we're gonna get 2 Infinite Impermanence, for mainly for going second reasons. You know, that's what we use Infinite Impermanence for. And then we are playing 1 Sinful Spoil Betrayal. You can play the deck without this. A lot of the time you don't even go into this thing because you search out your spoils. But if you have it in the hand, set it down. And if you're playing 3 of these, so if you have an extra one in the hand, you'll be fine, right? Also, there's another way to manage to get the Diablo Star back on the field with this thing, which I'm going to show you in one of the replays, right? Which is going to be the last replay, and it was against Mathmech, and I lost, but it was a crazy duel, and I'm going to break it down for you, so stay tuned for that replay. For our extra deck, we're running 1 Formula Synchron. You're going to make this thing with any level 1 and your level 1 tuner. You could also do it with Veiler if you want, but most of the time it's just Synchron. It's going to draw you a card, and in your opponent's turn, you're going to use it and Flameberg to make a Baron the Floor. Flamer going to special summon 2 monsters on the field. You're going to have IP on the field too. And then one of your Oak is going to special summon another monster. Ash is going to search out another Ash. And now you can make a 4 material Appaloosa 32,000 attack, right? Then we're running Borolo Savage Dragon again, like I told you. Level 1 tuners, level 7 monster. You're going to be able to make it. Baron the Floor, again, you have 2 ways of making it. Formula and Flameberg, or Ash Blossom and Diablo Star. We're playing 1 Link Karibo, which is crazy in this deck. You're going to see why. It's going to allow you to dodge certain shenanigans. You'll see. Also, it's going to help you protect your Appaloosa from being attacked into, which is also nice. Then I'm playing 1 Relinquish Animac because we're playing a bunch of level 1 monsters. Then we play 1 Salaman Grey Sunlight Wolf, which you could definitely take out of the deck. You could add Unicorn if you want, or some other shenanigans. Most of the time you just use it to recycle your fire monsters. Sometimes you can recycle Ash too, which is nuts. So, but if you don't have the UR or don't have the card and you want to switch this out, you could do that. You could definitely do that. Then we're running one Hita, because if your opponent asks you, then you bring this thing out, use their ash as material to link summon. Really nice. Then we're running one IP Mascarenita. You're gonna see she's a part of your combo, and then you get to use her to your opponent's turn. You're gonna see how all of that works in the replays. One Dark, the Dark Charmer Gloomy, because we're playing a Dark Monster. One Celine, because we're playing a Spellcaster, right? And we're playing Access Code Talker. Then we got one Promethean Princess. She's nuts in the deck. You're gonna see why. In combination with the Amphibious Swamp Ship Ablo Whale. Then we have one Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, one Access Code Talker, and one Underworld Goddess of the Underworld, because we could bring a bunch of bodies on the field like it's nobody's business, and we don't get locked into anything unless it's from the Promethean Princess. So that is the deck list. Again, I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you do, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy. I got some saucy replays for you guys. Enough with the yapping. Let's get into those. All right, familia. Here we are for replay numero uno of the day, number 1. So here we started off with a very decent hand. We open up our field spell, so we're gonna set it down. Activate its effects, set down a Birch. Activate the Wanted. Search out our Diablo Star. Send the Kurikara so we can special summon it. We can recycle Kurikara if we want to later. Set down the Spoils. Activate the Spoils. Get rid of the Birch. Special summon the Ash. Activate the Ash's effect. Getting myself the Polar. Special summon the Polar. Activate the Polar's effect. Get the Dramatic Snake Eye. Activate the Wanted, banish it, recycle the foils, draw a card, normal summon Ash Blossom to go into Baron de la Flor. Now, if you're wondering why I went into Baron de Flor, it's because their field kept glowing. Now, at a certain point in time, we don't care about Nibiru, but we kind of do. So I just wanted to make my plays without having to worry about any shenanigans. Activate the Ash. Send both of Ash and the Polar, special summon the Oak, activate the Oak to special summon the Ash, activate the Polar to set it in our back row. Oak, bring back the Ash, activate the Oak, send it in the Polar, special summon the Flamebird. Link off the Flamebird and the Ash, going to IP Mascarenita, activate the Flamebird, special summon the Oak, special summon the Birch, link off the Birch into Link Karibo. Now we link off Link Karibo and the IP Mascarena to go into the Promethean Princess. Activate her effect, special summon the Flamebird. Activate the Flamebird's effect, bring the Appaloosa. Use both of these monsters right here to go into the Swamp Ship Ablo Whale. Now I activate the Dramatic Snake, set down the Witch in our back row. In our end phase, we activate the Dramatic Eyes, special summon the Witch back onto the field, right? We pass it over to our opponent. Now you're gonna see why it's good to have her on the field. It's mainly just because she's an extra body, because we don't have the trap, right? Draw first, I'm gonna activate this thing's effect to special summon the IP. They're gonna activate the Infernal Arms. I thought I was playing against Vanquish Soul, so I'm going to activate the IP, and this is why it's good to have the Witch on the field, because you can use her as material to go into the Goddess. Now she has 3 materials. We're going to activate the Flamebird, special summon the Oak, special summon the Ash, activate the Oak, activate the Ash so I can search out another Ash. And then Oak is going to special summon the Polar. Now, something you gotta know is that you don't have to special summon it. You can add it to the hand, and sometimes you might want to add it to the hand, and you'll see why. We're gonna activate the Polar, getting myself the Sinful Spoil Subversion. They're gonna activate the Infernal Arms effect, searching out a Infernal Knight or Ogier. So here they're gonna normal summon the Ogier, activate its effect. I'm gonna effect veil that thing. Stop that right there. Mainly because I don't want to use the Baron de Flor. Now he gets to special summon the Infernal Knight. So I'm gonna activate the Princess, and this is what I told you. Because I don't have any monster space to pop this thing and special summon her. Instead of popping the Whale, I have to pop one of my fire monsters. So I decided to pop the Polar, special summon her, right? Activate the Polar, set down my Flameberg in the back row. They're going to activate the Infernal Knight Oliver. I'm going to negate it with the Appaloosa. So now they're going to activate the Living Fossil, which is going to allow them to special summon the monster from the graveyard. Unfortunately for them, I have to Call by the Grave. Again, I still haven't used the Baron the Floor. He's just been chilling. So we're going to Call by the Grave that thing. He gets bodied and negated. Stop that right there. And he's going to scoop. Now, mind you, we still had a 2 material Appaloosa, which is double monster negate. And then on top of that, we still had the Baron the Floor, which is just nuts. So with that being said, let's go into the next one. Alright, gang, here we are for replay numero 2, number 2 of the day, of course. This is a mirror match, and we're going second. Now, my opponent did not make a great board, but he had a lot of disruption. They activated the Wanted. I ashed that. Now, don't ash the Wanted. Don't ash the Wanted. Don't ash the Wanted. I don't know why I asked it, but it is what it is. They're going to send the Diablo Star with the other Diablo Star to special summon Diablo Star. Setting down the Sinful Spoils. Activate the Spoil. Get that star out of here. Special summon the Ash. Activate the Ash to get yourself the Polar. Activate the Polar's effect. Special summon it. Activate the Polar. Get yourself your Temple. Activate the Wanted. Recycle the Spoils. Draw a card. Activate the Temple. Set down a Birch in your back row. Activate the Ash. Send in the Polar. Special summon the Oak. Activate the Oak. Activate the Polar. Oak is going to special summon the Ash. Polar is going to set itself in the back. Oak going to activate, send itself in the Birch to the graveyard. Special summon the Flamebird. Flamebird going to activate, setting down the Birch in the back row, which doesn't do anything. And then he gets the Link Karibo. And that's their board. Now, yes, if you've been playing the deck, you know that this board is not that great. But he did have interruptions, so you're going to see. So here we join to the Call by the Grave. We're going to activate the Wanted so I can get my Witch. They're going to hit us with a Drawling Lobber, Disruption number 1. I'm going to Call by the Grave it. Even though we don't really care, it's fine. They're going to activate the Flamebird so they can special summon the Polar from their back row. Again, the Drawling Lobber gets bodied and negated. Activate the Polar so they can search out the Sinful Spoils once again. We're going to get rid of our Polar to special summon the Witch. Activate the Witch effect, activating the Polar to set the Polar in the back row. They're going to activate their Temple to special summon their Birch and also effect Veiling my Witch. Interruption number 2. Stop that right there. So we don't get to search out our spoils, which is fine. They're going to activate the Birch, triggering both of these monsters, special summon the Ash, activate the Ash, activate the Polar to set down the Oak in their back row. Getting themselves another Polar to the hand. Activating that Polar to special summon it. I'm going to normal summon the Ash. They're going to Ash my Ash. So my Ash gets negated by their Ash. I'm going to activate my Ash other effects, send and the Polar to the graveyard, special summon the Oak, activate the Oak to special summon the Polar, activate the Polar to search out for a Divine Temple, activate the Temple, set down my Flamebird, link both of my Polars and my Oak into my Hita, activate Hita, bring their Ash back onto the field, link off the Hita and the Witch into the Celine. Celine's going to activate to special summon my Witch back onto the field by using counters. Unfortunately, in defense, of course, I'm going to link this off into Link Karibo. And then I'm going to use both of these monsters to go into access Code Talker. Because now I'm talking for real. We're going to activate this effect, target the Celine. And we're going to pop cards, right? We're going to pop the Link Karibo. Now, if you're wondering, why would you pop that thing? You have an attack and they can bring it back onto the field. You'll see why. I purposely popped it because I knew they would special summon it and that would trigger my field spell. You're going to see. They're gonna activate its effects and the Ash special summon it. I'm gonna activate my field spell, and you see this. I get to take over their oak that was in their back row. This thing is crazy in the mirror match. It's hilarious. Now I get to activate the Ash tribute ball for these monsters, special summon the Flamebird, and now instead of worrying about this thing during the attack portion of the duel, I just set it back in their back row, and then I still have 2 Link monsters to pop both of these monsters right here, and we have more than 8,000 damage to do them right in the face. So it was GG's. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Alright familia, so here we are for replay number 3, number 3 of the day. We're going first on this one, and we open up a very decent hand once again. Send the Polar, special summon the Witch, activate the Witch effect, activate the Polar. We can speed this up a little bit. Polar in the back row, search out the spoils. Spoils, get rid of the Witch. They're gonna hit us with the Max C. We definitely 100% care about Max C, so we're gonna Ash it. Something else that you can also do is drill and Lockbird yourself. In response to the Max C, you don't care about drill and Lockbird. So the Max C gets bodied and negated. We're gonna special summon the Ash, activate the Ash. We're gonna add the Polar, activate the Polar. They're gonna hit us with the Drill and Lockbird. Congratulations, you played yourself. You don't care. Special summon the Polar, activate the Ash, send it and the Polar, special summon the Oak. Activate the Oak to special summon the Ash, activate the Oak, send Ed and the Polar, special summon the Flamebird. Link both for default into IP Masquerade. Drawing who? Drawing who? We don't know that person. Activate the Flamebird, special summon the Oak, special summon the Ash, link up the Ash into Link Karibo. Link Karibo and IP Mascarenita into the Princess. Drilling who? Lockbird what? Nah. Promethean Princess, special summon the Flamebird. Activate the Flamebird, set down your IP in the back row. Oak and Princess into the Whale. Activate the Dramatic Snake, set down the Diablo Star in the back row. Activate the Dramatic Snake in the end phase. Special summon your Diablo Star. Drolling what? Activate the Flamebird. Special summon your IP in the draw phase. They're gonna call by the grave my Princess. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. They're gonna special summon a Turret Top. I'm gonna activate IP here, and I use everything on my field to make the the Appaloosa, because there's no point in having this thing on the field if my Princess got caught by the grave, right? Get it all out of here for material. Appaloosa. USA. Terratop is gonna search out the Speed Roy. Take it, that thing. I'm gonna activate the Flamebird, then I'm gonna activate my own Draw and Lockbird. Flamebird gonna special summon the Oak and the Ash. Activate the Oak, special summon the Polar. They're gonna special summon the Take a Bomb, and then set down the Jam Extreme Session. They're gonna use the 2 level 3 monsters to go into the Chariot. And this is why Link Karibo is so important, because here he's gonna go to the battle phase, and we have to protect the Appaloosa. So we're gonna set the Oak back to the graveyard to special summon the Link Karibo. Now, something that you have to remember and keep track of: place this in attack position if you have the Link Karibo in the graveyard, because it's gonna prevent you from dealing with what I had to deal with, right? So he goes to the battle phase, and even though we get to diminish his attack to 0, he's still gonna get to make the Zeus. If these were in attack position, that thing would have got destroyed. So it is what it is. He's gonna go into the Downer Magician, and then from there he's gonna go to Divine Arsenal, Sky Thunder, aka Double Zeus. And this is where he messed up also. He should have wiped the board here. He should have wiped the board, because now you left me with materials on my field. And I get it. Maybe I couldn't, well, no, I definitely couldn't negate it. with Divine Arsenal Jesus, but I couldn't negate it the next part. And I get it, you would have had no materials, but you left me with follow-up on the field. So we're going to Jet Synchro. I put this in attack, activate the Ash, send Ed in the Polar, and I'm going to special my Flameberg. Activate the Polar, set it in the back row, and this is why this is bad for them, because I activate the Flameberg to set this thing in their back row. Of course, they're going to activate it, which is exactly what I want, because it's the same reason why we don't care about Nibiru. When Flameberg is on the field, anything that sends your cards to the graveyard, you don't care about. So we're going to try and negate this thing with Appaloosa. Call the janitor, sweep up the field again. But you're fired. Your janitor didn't clean good enough. Wipe everything out. Activate the Flameberg. There's still wood on the floor. Oak, special summoner on the field. Special summon the Polar. Polar gonna Oak gonna activate. Polar gonna activate. Polar's gonna search us out our field spell. Oak is gonna special summon the Ash. We're going to activate the Ash. Get myself the Birch. They're gonna hit us with Drone and Lockbird. You did not learn your lesson, sir. You did not learn your lesson. Activate our field spell. Set down our Flameberg. Special summon our Birch. And then normal summon our Jet Synchron. Look at how much attack that is. 8,400. Level 1 monster. Beat down. But nobody lets me slap him in the face. So it's GG's. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Right, gang. Here we are for replay number 4, number 4 of the day, if I'm not mistaken. After this one, I'm going to show you the one with Mathmech where we lost. But it was a crazy duel. So we're going to send the Polar to special summon the Witch. Activate the Witch. We can speed this up. Polar, set it in the back row. Sinful Spoils. Activate the Spoils. Send the Witch. Special summon the Ash. Activate the Ash. Get yourself the Polar. Special summon the Polar. Activate Polar. Get your Divine Field Spell. Set down a Flameberg using the Ash and the Polar. We're going to special summon the Oak. Activate the Oak to special summon Ash. Activate Oak's effect. Send Ed in the Polar to special summon the other Flameberg. Activate Where Art Thou so we can find our Jet Synchro. We found you, bro. Then we're going to use both of these monsters to link them off into IP Mascarenita. Activate the Snake Eyes Flameberg. Special summon the Ash. Special summon the Oak. And then with both of these monsters, we're going to go into the Princess. I low-key goofed in this combo. I should have linked off the Oak into Link Kuriboh first, but it is what it is. We're going to normal summon the Jet Synchron, and now we're looking to Fire Monsters, so I can't go into Link Kuriboh anyways. I'm going to activate the Flameberg, put the IP in the back row using both of these monsters. We're going to go into the Whale. Here I'm going to send the Trap because I don't have the Diablo Star in my hand, so it's kind of useless. Special summon the Jet Synchron. We're gonna go into the Formula Synchron. Draw a card for that thing. And if I would have known that I was going to draw into this thing, I would have kept the Trap because now we could search our Diablo Star. We'll just recycle it. Activate the Wanted. Recycle the Spoils. And draw a card. So I was kind of sad about that, but it is what it is. So here we're gonna activate the Flameberg in the draw phase to special summon the IP. Here I'm going to activate the Maxi immediately. They're going to special summon the Fenrir. I'm going to activate the Formula Synchron. So with both of these monsters are going to Baron the floor. Now, here you're going to see that I didn't activate the Flameberg's effect, even though I should have, right? Because it would have special summoned 2 fire monsters. I could have made a 4 material Appaloosa. I'm going to tell you why I couldn't do that. This thing activates immediately. So you'll see, they activate the Fenrir. Now, this thing prompts before the Baron the Floor prompts. So if I activate this thing's effect, he's gonna get to banish my Baron the Floor. And yeah, I get to special summon 2 fires, but I wanted to have the Baron the Floor, so I decided to just keep the Baron, negate and pop the Fenrir, and not special summon the 2 fires, right? Now, if you're wondering why would you want to negate and pop a Fenrir if you're playing against Kashtira, I just didn't believe I was playing against Kashtira because I wouldn't think they would special summon Fenrir first. And if they managed to start it like this and they were going to activate Planet Race or something, I have an Ash. So This is when I figure out they're playing against tier limits. Of course, sending the Kashtira tier limits to the graveyard. Activating that thing's effect. I'm going to activate my temple to special summon my Flamebird. Because now when I use the Flamebird as materials with the IP, I get to special summon my fire monsters again. So special summon my Flamebird. They're going to mill to activate the Trivikara Karma. I'm going to ash that thing. They're going to search for a trap. I don't want them doing that. So here they're going to follow up by activating Foolish Barrel Goods, sending the Sully Egg to the graveyard, activating the Sully Egg. I'm going to IP Masquerena here. And I'm going to use the Baron de Flor because we already used this effect. So we make a 3 material Bow of the Goddess, Appaloosa. They're going to get themselves the Rhino Heart. I'm going to activate the Flamebird to special summon the Ash and the Oak. Activate the Ash, activate the Oak. We're going to Tiger the Polar to special summon it. Ash to search out another Ash. Polar is going to activate to get my spoils. They're going to normal summon the Rhino Heart. I'm going to negate that thing's effect. Stop that right there. With the Appaloosa, which I knew that would prompt them to go into the Time Thief Redoer, which I was prepared for, right? So here I'm going to activate the Princess immediately. And if you're wondering why, even though we know that this thing can bounce itself off the field, I want him to do that. Because I'd rather him do that than attack into my Appaloosa, stop my negates, and then on top of that, make a Zeus if they're playing it, right? So I try to pop it. He's going to bounce off the field, which is perfectly fine with me. Get it out of here. We got to pop our whale. We can't pop anything on their field, especially some of the Princess. Activate the Sharon, and I still have my negate, so negate that thing. They're going to set down their field spell and scoop. Because what are you supposed to do? Even if they manage to make some type of a board, I have way too many follow-up. If they activate a bunch of monsters against on my turn, I have Kurikara right there. It was GG's. So with that being said, let's go into the next and final replay. Alright, familia, here we are for the next and final replay of the day. Replay number 5. Number 5, we're going first. And like I said, we lost this duel, but it was a good duel. The main reason why we lost this duel was because of 2 things. 1, I played kind of poorly, and 2, I had a bunch of people waiting for me to do something. They kept nagging me, so I couldn't focus on the game. So let's start it off. Send this Jet Synchro, special summon the Black Witch. Activate the Witch, get the spoils. Get the Witch out of here with the spoils. Special summon the Ash, activate the Ash, get the Polar. Special summon the Polar, activate the Polar, search out the Dramatic Eyes. Activate the Ash, send it in the Polar. Special summon the Oak. Target the Ash, activate the Polar to set it in the back row. Special summon the Ash, activate the Oak, send it in the Polar. Special summon the Flamebird, go into IP, activate Flamebird, special summon Oak and Ash. Link off the Oak into Link Karibo and IP into Princess. Activate the Jet Synchro, send the Flamebird to the graveyard, special summon the Jet Synchro. Special summon the Flamebird with the Princess. Ash and Princess going to the whale. Now here I should have, instead of searching this out, I should have prioritized special summoning another level 1. So I could have went into the Formula Synchro and drawn a card. I did the combo differently because we did have the trap and I wanted to show you something, right? So I activate the Dramatic Eyes, put this in the back row, activate the Flamebird to set the IP in the back row, and then in my end phase I activate the Dramatic to special summon the Diablo Star, which now makes it so our trap is an Omni Negate. We just gotta tribute her. Now again, I think the better play was to go for the formula, draw the card, and then being able to synchro off into Baron de Flor, but this one's different. So here we're gonna activate the Flamebird, special summon in the IP. They're gonna activate the Circular, sending the Sigma to the graveyard. I'm going to activate the IP here. And I'm going to make a 3 material Appaloosa for 3 negates. So yeah, I activate the princess so I can pop the singular. Also activating the flame bird. Special summon the oak. Special summon the ash. Special summon the princess because we popped the card. Now I probably should have waited. I just didn't want them searching or doing anything with the singular, right? But it is what it is. So here I'm going to recycle the advantage, just synchro with the oak and activate the ash to search out another ash. So here they activate the triple tactic talent. I'm going to negate it with my Spoils Betrayal, which is crazy that you could do that. That's tough. Stop that right there. But this guy had an amazing hand. He activates the Sigma. I activate Call by the Grave. You would think that they might be done here, but no. Either I activated things too early or he just had the hand of Jesus on his back. Because now he normal summons a diameter. Activate its effect. I'm going to negate it. But of course, there's more. He has a mathematical equation to special summon the singular. He's going to use both of these monsters to go into Alaberdian, which now has a negate. He activates the effect. I'm going to activate Appaloosa because I know he will negate it. It doesn't pop though, which forces him to use the negate, and I still keep my 2 negates, right? Because he's negating my thing, so it doesn't really matter. Negated. I still get to keep my 2 negates. He's going to search out his subtraction. Go into the battle phase, get rid of the Appaloosa. Activate the subtraction. Subtract my princess attack. We can speed this up. Go into Linguribo. Parallel Exceed. Special it. Start splashing with the mage. Diameter back onto the field. Link Decoder. Da Vinci. Transcode Talker. He's talking crazy. Link Decoder back onto the field. Fire Ward Dark Fluid. Dust Caper onto the field. Both of these monsters, G-Golem. G-Golem, bring back the Transcode Talker. Get him out of here. Access Code Talker. Activate that voice effect. Do that right there. He's gonna pop my princess. That's gonna trigger my whale to special to pop a card on the field. Now, mind you, yes, I could have popped Baron the Floor because Baron the Floor can pop my cards. I get it. I was trying to stun on him next turn because I have my follow-up. So I popped the Dark Fluid. He's gonna keep popping cards in my field, which I don't care. I honestly don't. Pop it. Set down 1 back row and end his turn, right? Okay. So I'm gonna activate my Ash, get myself the Polar, activate its effect, special summon it, activate it, search out my Sinful Spoil Suburban, and look at this. Put it back in his back row. Put it back there for free. I'm gonna activate my Sinful Spoils to get the Oak so I can search out a Birch. Special summon the Birch using both of these. Now here I goofed crazy because again, people were trying to talk to me and I couldn't focus on the game. I was running low on time too. I thought that I still had another one of these in my deck, right? So I activate this thing's effect, activate the Ash, activate the Polar, set down the Flameberg in my back row. Special summon it, activate the old goofiness. I special summon another Ash because I didn't realize that I didn't have the stupid freaking Flameberg in my deck anymore. I have both of them in the graveyard. Well, one in the graveyard, one in my back row. So here I'm gonna link off into the Hita because he does have fire monsters back there. We could do that. And the Hand of Jesus. This guy never searched that thing out. At no point in time, he just drew into it first hand. After everything he did, he just had that in his hand. I was never meant to win the duel, bro. Which is crazy because even though if he does this and goes into the other Alaberdian, the big Alaberdian, or whatever, we could have played the game. Even next turn, even if he gets rid of this, and a card in my hand, because he doesn't have anything else, and he needs a 1-card combo to start something. But again, I had to go, so I just cooped. But to me, that was an insane duel. It was my mistake though, but it was a really good duel. I wanted to show you how we don't care about our board getting wiped out because we could start a 1-card combo like it's nothing. So with that being said, let's go back into the deck list. Here we are for the deck list portion of the video once again. So like I said, you could always twirl this around, fix it up, switch it, add something, take something out, play the deck however you want to play the deck. I just showed you how everything works. If anybody wants me to make like a combo guide on this, let me know. I'll do it because it's not that crazy to do. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, make sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe because I would greatly appreciate it. Continue having a great day, and I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace.